what? Like you just said, oh, it's fine.
So away they go. We've got the big field here over the mile, and Paul Sedaris, he's inside the 3-lap markers. So basically down to the judge and 3. We've got Gordon Knight doing the chasing. He's on 380 metres. Then Gianni Scaleri punching through. Next is Terence Murphy. Next then is Oliver Civic, who will be buttering up in the final, coming up soon. Bennett Maxwell next. Getting around the outside is Sam Civic.
Good work, Ollie. Go, Sammy.
25 metres away of Rory White. Making some ground is Connor McIver, a bit of early acceleration in the first lap of the race. Next is Emma Craft, and they were followed behind those by Terence Carter. Next is Connor Mills, as a few of these runners swing down the back the first time. Then Jed Stanford, a nice gap away then. Asher Gillings, the scratching out of this race. Stephen Schell's one of those. Jordan Harvey's dropped back a bit, and then came Jack Reed, and they were followed then in the yellow by Toby Cook, who's got past Nicholas Dallymore as they go down the back, and then came Robert Kilmeyer. Back toward the tail end is Jack Atherton, and make it probably about 45 metres away back at the end is Henry Braithwaite. So into the home running the first time for Paul Sedaris, comes down and is in front by the best part of probably 15 metres or so, making a bit of a move around the outside in the second spot as they come into the straight the first time. The second time for some of these. The first one for Paul Sedaris, he started with a full lap ahead, so to speak. Down to the line it's Paul Sedaris out by 15 metres. Gianni Scaleri next, and then came Gordon Knight. They were followed by Bennett Maxwell. On his back about a metre away came Sam Civic. 5 or 10 metres away next came Terence Murphy. Then Oliver Civic being passed by Sedaris. Around the outside once again Connor McIver making a real improvement in this race. Then came Seaman. A gap away came Jed Stanford. They were followed next by Terence Carter. A few metres back then came Connor Mills. Then the field breaks up a bit. Just going past the southern end goals as they go to the back is Asher Gillings. Gap away then came Emma Craft. About 15 metres away the first colour we see. And that is the green of Nicholas Dallimore. Around the outside Toby Cook, the yellow improving. They're getting around the outside. Then came Robert Kilmeyer. Bit of a gap away to the pink Jack Reed. Back toward the tail end is Jack Atherton, and still a sizable margin. Just going past those Kangaroo Island goals, if you like, the red runner Henry Braithwaite. So let's sort them out. Out at the northern end goals, so they're about to swing to the straight. So they've beaten off these early front markers coming to the turn, and we're about to get them down to the judge. They've got a mile, this Sea-Link mile all-comers race. They enter the home running, and that mid-race move has been really sustained. Connor McIver has used some petrol tickets, but has a nice lead. Chasing in second spot is Terence Carter, and he's got the teeth gritted as well. There goes the bell. So they're inside the final lap now. They were followed by Jed Stanford. A bit of a gap away. Then came Bennett Maxwell. Next is Sam Civic. Then came Scaleri. Gianni it is. And next is Gordon Knight. The green starting to make some moves.
Good work, Sammy.
Stay with him now.
Robert Kilmeyer trying to track into it. Asher Gillings getting onto their back as they swing to the back, and the leader here still Connor McIver has got a bit of a kick.
Go, Lebo.
Big hard run down the back. Connor McIver for a break has really skipped away here from Terence Carter. They've really opened up on the others. The green trying to make some ground from well back Nick Dallymore to try and get up around Bennett Maxwell. Then came Asher Gillings, and the black improving as well, Robert Kilmeyer. But have a look at this run from Connor McIver. A real sustained burst of speed, and has put them away. Coming to the turn, a big margin clear. Terence Carter really trying hard, is holding on to second. Robert Kilmeyer from well back is making some nice ground. Then came behind those Nicholas Dallymore, but in the running it's all Connor McIver, and has really put the foot to the floor a long way out, and that's been a really strong winning move. Connor McIver spaced them, goes down to the line, wins easily. Second is Terence Carter. They were the first two with a lap to go as well. Third home, a nice strong run by Robert Kilmeyer. Then came Dallymore behind those.
Sam was seventh, did he?
Then we had Sam Civic. Next in was Jordan Harvey. They were followed by Asher Gillings. Next we had Gordon Knight. Then we had, just finishing over the line now, Connor Mills along with Jack Reed. Next is Toby Cook. They were followed behind those then by Timon Sedaris, and then we had Rory White. Just checking in now is the blue Jack Atherton. Then we had Emma Craft. Over the line is Terence Murphy, and then Oliver Civic, who's sucking in the big ones. We've still got to finish on Paul Sedaris coming down the home straight now, and the back marker who was off 100 metres which is Henry Braithwaite coming down to finish the 1600 metre all-comers, going the way of Conor McIver. So away they go. We've got the big field here over the mile, and Paul Sedaris, he's inside the three-lap markers. So basically down to the judge in three. We've got Gordon Knight doing the chasing. He's on 380 metres. Then Gianni Scaleri. Punching through next is Terence Murphy. Next then is Oliver Civic, who is buttering up in the final, coming up soon. Bennett Maxwell next. Getting around the outside is Sam Civic. They were followed by Timon Sedaris, a gap away, probably 25 metres away to Rory White. Making some ground is Conor McIver, a bit of early acceleration in the first lap of the race. Next is Emma Craft, and they were followed behind those by Terence Carter. Next is Connor Mills, as a few of these runners swing down the back the first time. Then Jed Stanford. A nice gap away then came Asher Gillings, the scratching out of this race. Stephen Bell's one of those. Jordan Harvey's dropped back a bit, and then came Jack Reed, and they were followed then in the yellow by Toby Cook, who's got past Nicholas Gallimore as they go down the back, and then came Robert Kilmeyer. Back toward the tail end is Jack Atherton. And naked probably about 45 metres away back at the end is Henry Braithwaite. So into the home running the first time for Paul Sedaris, comes down and is in front by the best part of probably 15 metres or so. Making a bit of a move around the outside in the second spot as they come to the straight the first time. The second time for some of these. The first one for Paul Sedaris. He started with a full lap ahead, so to speak. Down to the line of Paul Sedaris out by 15 metres. Gianni Scaleri next, and then came Gordon Knight. They were followed by Bennett Maxwell. On his back about a metre away came Sam Civic. 5 or 10 metres away next came Terence Murphy. Then Oliver Civic, then passed by Sedaris. Around the outside, once again, Conor McIver making a real improvement in this race. Then came Stephen Sedaris, Rory White. A gap away came Jed Stanford. They were followed next by Terence Carter. A few metres back then came Connor Mills. Then the field breaks up a bit. Just going past the southern end goals as they go to the back is Asher Gillings. Gap away then came Emma Craft. About 15 metres away the first colour we see. And that is the green of Nicholas Gallimore. Around the outside, Toby Cook, the yellow improving. They're getting around the outside. Then came Robert Kilmeyer. Bit of a gap away to the pink Jack Reed. Back toward the tail end is Jack Atherton, and still a sizable margin. Just going past those Kangaroo Island goals, if you like, the red runner Henry Braithwaite. So let's sort them out. Out at the northern end goals, so they're about to swing to the straight. So they've beaten off these early front markers coming to the turn, and we're about to get them down to the judge. They've got a mile, this Sea-Link mile all-comers race. They enter the home running, and that mid-race move has been really sustained. Conor McIver has used some petrol tickets, but has a nice lead. Chasing in second spot is Terence Carter. He's got the teeth splitted as well. There goes the bell. So they're inside the final lap now. They were followed by Jed Stanford. A bit of a gap away. Then came Bennett Maxwell. Next is Sam Civic. Then came Scaleri. Gianni it is. And next is Gordon Knight. The green starting to make some moves, which is Gallimore. On his back in turn, Robert Kilmeyer trying to track into it. Asher Gillings getting onto their back as they swing to the back. And the leader here, still Conor McIver, has got a bit of a kick and has sustained a big hard run. Down the back, Conor McIver's got a break. Has really skipped away here from Terence Carter. They've really opened up on the others. The green fighter makes some ground from well back Nick Gallimore to try and get up around Bennett Maxwell. Then came Asher Gillings and the black improving as well, Robert Kilmeyer. But have a look at this run from Conor McIver. A real sustained burst of speed and has put them away. Coming to the turn, a big margin clear. Terence Carter really trying hard, is holding on to second. Robert Kilmeyer from well back is making some nice ground. Then came behind those Nicholas Gallimore. But in the running, it's all Conor McIver and has really put the foot to the floor a long way out, and that's been a really strong winning move. Conor McIver spaced him, goes down to the line, wins easily. Second is Terence Carter. They were the first two with a lap to go as well. Third home, a nice strong run by Robert Kilmeyer. Then came Ballymore. Behind those decks was Dick Stanford. Then we had Sam Civic. Next then was Jordan Harvey. They were followed by Asher Gillen. Next we had Gordon Knight. Then we had, just finishing over the line now, Connor Mills along with Jack Reed. Next is Toby Cook. They were followed behind those then by Timon Sideris. And then we had Rory White. Just checking in now is the blue Jack Atherton. Then we had Emma Craft. Over the line is Terence Murphy. And then Oliver Civic, who's sucking in the big ones. We've still got the finish on Paul Sideris coming down the home straight now. And the back marker who was off 100 metres, which is Henry Braithwaite coming down to finish the 1600 metre all-comers, going the way of Connor McIver.